Uncut and After Show. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and join button if you'd like to become a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member and keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they premiere, and there's also a Ko-Fi, Patreon, crypto, and thanks button in the info box below the video. Speaking of patrons, and shout out to all of you who do support me on Patreon. So, a massive shout of thanks and appreciation to Smith Tools and Purchase, Level Plain Poem, Amish, Vitali Z, Colton James, BG, Survive the Spin, FE Patriot, On the Level, Thomas van der Zander, Gary Hughes, Measured Flat, Chris Wouters, No Smart Comments, Mitch Kennedy, Rod, The Name's Burley, Twad Wazzle, Jason Hornsby, Christoph Fournier, Flat Earth Travolta, JMails24, Unimento, M Iron26, Endless, Golden McKinnon, Retro Bill, John Kays, Patrick Gunnels, Banter, Hairy Blade, Mobile Mac 777, Rob W, Del West Watson, Unbelievable Productions, Blue Ridge Ranger, Abraham Mohammed, Skeptic 936, Texas Mike, Chow Yun Cat, David Wayne Foster, and Dank. So another massive thank you to all of you for supporting me on Patreon. As I say, links to Patreon are below this video. And with that, I'm going to hand across to whoever is in the Politics Discord server and G+, so you can enjoy their dulcet tones while I set up for today's live show.
And
He's
then now
ranting,
making the
man.
Earth a terrestrial sphere, which is completely, it's insane for you to do, because what we see with our
Yeah, they're
eyes
two
and how
parallel
we interpret the
surfaces.
information can only be done such that when things get at far distance away from us, everything looks like at an angle degrees to our vision. But so now we have the reasoning behind why some things look the way they do, and now we're gonna have to put them to the test. So if you think that something on the ground is curving, like you know the Earth is curving and it's blocking your view, then you're gonna have to test it. Well, how can we do that? Is there any way to figure out sorts of tests that we can
You're just
do?
making up a difficult test now. What's going on?
No
You're
one,
just like
no, I'm not.
ranting. You're not even letting me respond. You're
Difficult
just
test. Yeah,
ranting
because
about
you're
a test that you won't do
no, wait,
that will prove it to you.
Here's the thing. Eggshells, because you've already misinterpreted. You couldn't sell me to the globe. Number one. Number two, you're
Of course.
misunderstanding
No,
what.
nothing could tell you. If
Number
if
two,
Flat
dude, you're
Earthers getting flown to Antarctica doesn't
No,
sell it to you, nothing's
no,
going to.
that's
Let's
not
be
it.
fair.
I don't
It
care.
is. It
Dude,
is it.
24/7.
If that's not it,
you're
nothing will
gaslighting.
get you there.
No, because it's not about people going over there and witnessing the sky phenomena. Because I already told you the celestial sphere would be the reasoning why they see things arcing overhead, why they see sky
Yeah, it's the
phenomena where
same
the
method
sun's
everybody
doing what it
uses because
does.
it's the thing that helps you tell you that you're on a sphere. That's the
No,
best
it
way to tell you're on
doesn't,
a
dude.
sphere.
It doesn't. You're equating the celestial sphere to the terrestrial sphere. See what you're
No, I'm
doing right
not.
now? Yes, you
No,
just
I'm
did. You just
saying
did right now.
if you treat
You and
the
Jaren and
here,
everybody
let
else.
let me tell it for you. Let me tell you what Jaren's doing. If Jaren and everybody else and I are treating this terrestrial sphere like a globe of 3959 and the celestial sphere is an infinitely large circle that is concentric on that, and then you make predictions and observations of the celestial sphere from that terrestrial sphere. If you
No,
assume it's got that
no, you
radius,
didn't
let
do
me
that.
finish. Let me
No, you
finish.
didn't
Let
do
me
that. No,
finish.
no, no,
Let me
stop. You
finish.
didn't do that.
Please let me finish.
No, you didn't
Please
do
let me
that.
finish. Okay.
I need
Show
you to
that
compare.
you're scared of this.
No, what I need you to do right now is show the relevance to the terrestrial sphere that it needs to be there in order for there to be predictable sky phenomena with the celestial sphere. That's what I need you to do right now. I need you to equate, like some way, draw the comparison to having a terrestrial sphere needed for the celestial sphere existence, because it doesn't need the other one. Celestial sphere is apparently separate from the terrestrial sphere. I need you to make the connection, connect the terrestrial sphere to the celestial sphere. That's what you're not doing. I need you to do that right now. Connect them.
Sure, they're concentric. They're part of the same model.
Concentric to what?
Well, you're right in what you're saying. One of the things
I know I am.
Yeah, what you're saying is the celestial sphere can exist in absence of a terrestrial sphere.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
But that doesn't
That'll
make
be all.
sense.
That'll be all. Mic drop. I always get
That
my
doesn't make
opponent.
sense.
Let him
I always get
or...
my opponent. I always get my opponent to agree with me.
Wait,
That's what
can
I
you
do.
let him elaborate? Because I want to know why he said that.
Let me tell you for the rest of the people in here. This is not a debate. This is me teaching you guys how to understand logic and reasoning.
But can you finish though? I
Oh,
want to hear him.
you don't know how
Not
celestial
really.
navigation works, dude.
Sorry. That's
But
not
I
how
want
this
to hear him
works in
finish
it.
the rest of his point.
I know me. I don't care. Because the
Well,
point.
oh, you're giving up. You're giving up.
No. You can say whatever you want. Here's what happened though. The point of all of this, his discussion, his being
Nah,
as
you didn't
modern.
listen to him. I'm not listening to you.
Well, you don't have to listen to me. You could leave. That's the beautiful thing about Discord. You can actually hit the exit
Yeah,
button.
Alpha, if what you're saying is true, why not just let him respond and you can refute it?
The whole point was that it has nothing to do with the terrestrial sphere. And he said he was all up in a tizzy about it having to do with something with the terrestrial sphere. And guess what? It doesn't. He admittedly
Yeah,
said
but you have
so.
to silence your
Game
opponent. Why can't you just
over.
let him respond? If you're right, let him respond.
I was
Stop
right.
silencing.
He did respond. He said
No,
it
he
had
didn't. You
nothing to do
muted
with the
him.
terrestrial sphere. Yeah,
God, why does
that's
everybody
game
have to
over.
listen to you blabber? I want to hear writing on eggshells.
You can get upset. Well, then go have a private call with him. How about that? Tell him to call eggshells. Call Callie.
I want to hear
No,
you and eggshells
no,
have an
it
actual
was done.
conversation.
It was done. Callie, it was done. If you want to hear more about it, go into another call with him or to another channel and discuss it with him.
So you're
Because the
running
moment
away. So you're a
no,
coward.
he gave up the ghost, dude. The ghost was given up where he said it doesn't have anything to do with the terrestrial
He's still
sphere.
here. He hasn't given up. He's just
Game
muted.
over.
He's muted.
Game
That's all that's
over.
wrong.
Game over, dude.
Yeah.
You know it and everybody else knows it.
Yeah. Stick your flag in the ground.
Oh, it isn't in the ground. It's always been there. I didn't need to stick that flag
You've
anywhere. It's always
muted
been
it.
there.
You've muted him. That's not convincing anybody of your
I
position.
don't need to convince anybody.
You're right.
That's not the point
That's
of this.
true. No, that's
But
right.
it
Two
makes you
things are
look
just true.
stupid. It makes you look
Slit.
like you can't debate your opponent.
All right. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna reconcile the fact that he admitted that you don't need to have the terrestrial sphere equate to the celestial sphere. That's what you guys. I want everybody in here who's naysaying to agree with me on that. Did it have anything to do with the terrestrial sphere?
Yeah, every star
Jesse?
has a geographical position on Earth.
That's not the question. I need you to answer yes or no to what I'm asking. Did the celestial sphere need the terrestrial sphere? Does it need it?
What do you mean need it? What does
Yeah,
that mean?
Okay, you don't know the question. How about you, Paza?
I think they're contingent on each other. I think one is concentrically ensconced in the other.
How?
How can you have a sphere of stars above a plane?
Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, go ahead, Jedi.
I posted it earlier.
Go ahead. Go ahead, show them. They don't know this, and I love it. I love that they don't know this.
Oh, he
Look in the
successfully.
Hold on, Bacon. Don't interrupt. Look at the text channel.
Celestial sphere. You'll notice there's a
I thought you
horizontal
were
plane
done.
below a dome. This is the arc of perspective described in the celestial sphere. It's not actually a sphere, it's a hemisphere, half a sphere. You standing on a horizontal plane, taking angle measurements from that horizontal plane up to the things in the sky. So yeah, it works. That's how we use it.
You lose, Globers. Once again, epically too. I've demonstrated that your inability to articulate your point was such that you can't even understand the conceptual way that people look at the sky and its angle measurements. You can't have that without a flat plane. It's essential. It's paramount. It's the whole reason why people make observations and say that they can take angle measurements to stars. You fools.
No, but Alpha, you got his concession, but
That's
you
it.
still lose.
Yeah, I got his
It's-
concession. He
Like,
conceded to the
what's
point.
wrong with these people?
No, and see, that's the only thing I do. Because I get them long enough to where they tangle themselves up into their own kind of like explanations. Because see, Eggshells was in here and he didn't go have dinner drinks because he wanted to stay here and figure out if there's some way he could sell me to the globe. And in fact, he conceded the point about the globe existence, in regards to the celestial sphere. No, they don't need each other. Boom. That's all I needed him to say. Game over.
Yeah, well, it's easy to say your opponent lost when everybody
He
that
did.
wants a response to you is muted.
don't don't get all up in your feelings, Bacon, just because he lost his point. And see, this is important for you, Globers.
No, it's
that come in
because you
here.
muted him.
Yeah, of course, I got what I needed. What else do I need to hear him say? I just needed him to concede that the terrestrial sphere is needed for the celestial sphere, and he said it's not needed. Boom. That's it. And Jedi showed you an example, a depiction of why it's not needed. I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah, you made your mic drop argument, but you just
Yeah.
didn't allow him to respond, and everyone was
So
calling
what,
you out,
dude?
and everybody did call you out on that. Got muted
I don't
too.
give a shit.
And I'm
You
probably
think I
gonna jump
care?
him.
I don't
Oh,
care.
it seems you do since you muted
No, I
them.
don't.
Yeah,
He's
is that
Well, if
still
you
the
stuck. If
didn't
I
care,
cared,
you
he
wouldn't
would
have to mute
okay,
them.
sort of fourth appeal?
Bacon, let me
Fourth
unmute him so
appeal?
you could hear him speak.
Fourth appeal
He
to him
lost.
being
If you
muted?
didn't really
Paraphrase
care, you would
Bacon.
mute them.
Oh,
Do you want to paraphrase back his argument? You're the fourth person to say you didn't win because you muted him. Now, what happened was he didn't allow his opponent to rumpus the living crap out of his win. But maybe you could paraphrase back his win that he's told 4 different people rather than just appealing to the same garbage response, which is what his globe-believing opponent didn't get the opportunity to talk straight through his win. Therefore, he didn't win. Yeah, he did. Earth's measured flat for the celestial sphere, and your globe's based on it. Do you want to acknowledge me saying it? Because he just said it. Alpha Veritas said it to you. He said it to the last 3 people. No one's acknowledged it. Does your cope level mean that appealing to the mute button makes you feel like you didn't lose?
thank you, Nathan. They're salty when it comes to this.
You all lost, Bacon. Alpha Veritas just handed him his ass. Eggshell's ass. I did yesterday. QE did the day before. With the same thing.
course,
Exact same thing. Bacon, do I need to mute you? I'm still talking. Bitch, do
guess
you
so.
need to be muted? It's a question, it's not rhetorical. Do you need me to mute you? Because you seem to be talking while I'm talking about how badly defeated Eggshells has been recently. You seem to be flashing away like you need to be adding things while I'm talking. Mute yourself, you stupid dick. Bacon, you stupid little
I
man.
don't know the difference between a
Bacon,
sphere and a
I'm not
dome,
talking
right?
to you. Whoever's talking, shut up. Bacon, I'm talking. That means have some respect. Go on mute while I talk about how badly Eggshells has lost to me, Alpha Veritas, and Quantum Eraser. You pathetic cope-seeking bitches need to appeal to the mute button. No. Earth's measured flat. Your globe's based on it. Alpha Veritas is pointing that out. He's won. And all you pathetic sad little twats can do is appeal to him having to mute and shut up his opponent to stop him interrupting his victory.
Yeah, you wish, dude. We all heard you say that a sphere is a dome. It's 2 different shapes.
This guy.
What a fantastic rebuttal that was. So, sphere, dome, different shapes. Okay, we measure Earth flat for the elevation angles in the celestial sphere. It's 2 hemispherical systems, north and south, sandwiched antipodal in a model.
So
Just
what? Earth is
Still
like
talking,
a coin,
still talking.
like
Another
it's a tail?
asshole. Don't need to mute you, or you appeal to the mute button. You're talking through me, you stupid little cope-seeking bitch. I'm still talking, answering your stupid frigging question that demonstrates how frigging stupid you
Sorry,
are.
I was compelled to
Yeah, I'm
respond to you
talking
saying
still,
that Earth
dick
is a
brain.
quarter.
Do we need to appeal to the moderators to shut you bitches up? Yeah, we do, because then you can cope. You had to mute me. Now, I'm telling you how your celestial sphere is created with 2 hemispherical systems that you interrupted, because you're a cope-seeping, glurf bitch. And you need shutting up with the mute button, because you bitches can't cope. So you have to chant through a flat Earth victory. And when you're shut up, you've got an excuse to cope. Oh, he was muted, it means didn't win. Did any of you steal Manny's argument? Paraphrase back his victory? No, you all appeal to the mute
Yeah,
button.
he said a sphere
Yeah,
is a
you
dome.
go again, sad little glurf bitch who has to mute me. This is your mute button, you sad little twat. You're muting me, aren't you, you sad little bitch? You're muting me, bitch. I haven't finished. Talking about the hemispherical systems that you talked about. You haven't got a fucking clue what you're on about. That's obvious. I'm trying to detail it through your interruptions because you need cope. You've all lost. Earth's measured flat. You all know it.
Earth is topographical. It's certainly not a horizontal plane.
Really? What about the angle measurements that create the celestial sphere that the globe's based on? That was Alpha Veritas's point, you stupid dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not angle measurements to a dome.
yeah,
Everyone knows that.
yeah, yeah, so Earth's measured flat, dickhead. Cat got your tongue? Protracted silence after that fact's pointed out? Yeah. Alpha Veritas
I don't
pointed
know,
out
you
to
keep
you
threatening
bunch
to
of
mute me.
dicks
I
who are
don't know
now
if it's
interrupting
okay to
me,
jump in yet.
reiterating the point. Mute buttons needed by the glurf bitches. Yeah, your celestial sphere creates the globe. How's the celestial sphere measured? With angles off a plane. Jedi just pointed that out. Not one of you sad cope-seeking bitches could affirm what was said to you by 2 different people. All you could do was appeal to the mute button, you sad little twats. Cat got your tongues, bitches.
And
Cat got your tongues.
The horizontal plane.
Yeah,
is
I'm talking
tangential
now
to the
after the
curve of
protracted
Earth.
silence. Yeah, pointing out how there was a protracted silence, you pathetic, sad little bitch. Now I'm talking in that protracted silence. The time to talk was when there was silence, dickhead. Yeah, that silence was induced by me pointing out the 2 victories, now 3, from me, Jedi, and Alpha Veritas. Your globe is based on the angle measurements to create the hemispherical view north and south that creates the celestial sphere. Earth is measured flat to create the globe you seek cope for now. You know it's measured flat.
Earth has elevation changes. It's topographical.
With respect to sea level, you'll need a flat Earth for those elevation changes. They're described with respect to sea level. You stupid idiot. Earth is measured flat for all elevation
You need
description.
Earth to be
I'm
flat
still
to measure
talking.
topography.
Mute button needed for a bitch seeking cope. I'm still talking, bitch. Did you
You're
need to
never
mute
gonna
me?
be done.
Do you need to mute me, bitch? I heard you. You talked about topology. You talked about elevations. Yeah, I'm responding to you, globe bitch seeking cope. I know it's painful. You don't need to fucking mute me, you pathetic cope-seeking bitch. Yeah, you'll need a flat Earth for those elevations. They're described from sea level. You don't need to interrupt me with a mute button. You don't need to accuse Alpha Veritas of not winning when he details explicitly his win. It's the same as mine. And your response is to tell me about a flat Earth measurement with respect to sea level. Elevations? Heights of stuff? You'll need a flat Earth for it, dickhead. Hello! Another protracted silence! You bunch of dickheads. You are all ignorant of the facts when it comes to Earth's measurements. Alpha Veritas seems to know them. Jedi seems to know them. You can be damn sure I know them because I'm telling you, bunch of dicks, about how Earth's measured flat. And when I do, without
Oh, you can only have a dome.
interruption from cope-seeping glurf bitches like
Earth
you,
is a dome.
cope-seeking glurf bitches who need to interrupt me with their mute button. When
Stop
I finish
interrupting him, bro.
detailing without
Jesus.
interruption from cope-seeping glurf bitches, they leave protracted silences after
He wants me to
I
respond, right?
I did. I left a silence and no words came. Then I shouted hello and started talking again after you left a nice little silence for
Well,
me to
you're in a
point
room full
out
of people
that
that
you
are trying
only
to talk.
seem to want to talk when I'm talking, dickhead. Yeah, you accused Alpha Veritas of muting
You
somebody.
haven't stopped
No, it's to
talking.
stop this, you stupid glurf bitch who needs a fucking mute button now, don't you? There was a silence, mate. There it is again, dickhead! Is it only when I fucking talk? Yeah, 'cause you're a globe-seeking, cope-seeking bitch who needs to interrupt when I point out Earth's measured flat to create
You
a
need to go back
celestial...
to kindergarten
There it is
and learn
again.
shapes.
There it is again. Maybe you bitches can appeal to the mute button. We need to stop you fuckers doing this. You keep interrupting me, sir.
Yeah, you don't know the difference between a sphere and a dome.
No, I was detailing the north and south hemispheric measurements of a flat plane that create that sphere that is then converted to globe by Haversine conversion. So yeah, I do know the difference. I was halfway through detailing it when a cope-seeking glurf bitch started interrupting me, sir.
So, are you saying that the entire southern hemisphere is antipodal to the north and that Earth is like a coin, heads or tails?
No, I'm saying it's measured flat. It's 2 different separate systems. Measured flat in both instances. You can then, after the fact...
You have
Is it just me? Or is this fucking
2
wanker
hemispheres.
interrupting me while I'm
2
answering?
hemispheres make an
You
entire
stupid glurf Dumbo. Yo, fuckwit. I'm in the middle of fucking talking. Maybe when someone shuts your dumb ass up with a mute button, you can appeal to me not winning.
sphere. I
Yeah?
hope your kid isn't
Yeah,
listening to this.
dickhead, I'm still talking, dickhead. Yeah, I'm telling you to stop interrupting me while I answer you, you stupid globe-believing dickhead. Yeah, this is why we fucking mute you stupid spastics. Do you think appealing to the fact we have to shut your dumbasses up when you can't help yourselves? Yeah? You feel the need to talk straight through the middle of that which proves Earth is measured flat, and somehow interrupting it will stop it being a fucking fact. And then when we stop you doing it, oh no, he had to mute the wanker that couldn't stop interrupting him. Winning. Yeah, he did eventually, didn't he? Did that make you feel better? Because none of you steel-manned Alpha Veritas's point. That was why I stepped in. Not one of you reiterated his point. All of you appealed to the mute button. And while I was reiterating his point and redeeming the win, same as Jedi did, what do you know? I'm getting interrupted by these globe bitches seeking cope, who can't help themselves. That's why you got muted. That's why Eggshells got muted. I hope you understand that, you bunch of spastics. That's not rhetorical. I hope you understand that. I'm seeking affirmation from globe dickheads that they understand that people have to be shut up when they can't shut themselves up. Another interruption during me taking charge of the protracted silence. Yeah? I hope you understand, meaning I'm seeking an affirmation that you understand why you dickheads have to be shut up with a mute button when you can't fucking stop interrupting. A victory from a flat earther. Do you understand? Do you understand? Wasn't the invitation to start talking before the question came? You stupid dick. Do you understand?
You're mentally unstable.
No, I'm not. Now, that's an ad hominem attack. So when I go through the motions of explaining why you dickheads have to be shut down with a mute button because you can't help yourselves, you tell me I've got a mental incapacity. No, I'm concisely detailing why you fucktards have to be shut up with a mute button because you can't help yourselves. It's been demonstrated 5 times in the last 3 minutes, you stupid dickhead. Now that I've explained it and it's happened 5 times in 3 minutes, do you now that I've reiterated it for the 3rd time, having suffered an ad hom from a dickhead, why you fucktards have to be shut down with a mute button because you can't help yourselves? Do you understand? I'm not mentally retarded when I point out your obnoxious behaviour, you bunch of globe-believing dickheads seeking cope, who are now for the 3rd time being asked if you understand why you've got to be shut down because of your egregious behaviour.
Yeah, you're saying that on a flat Earth you could have a celestial sphere? Are you saying that on the other side of
No, we're saying it's measured flat to create it. No, we're saying Earth is measured flat to create it. Do you understand what I just said?
Okay, so how do you have a celestial sphere above a flat plane?
So why are you asking me a question? You understand then? Just say yes or no, not okay.
You can't answer questions.
It seems that I didn't get an affirmation, I got an okay. So it's okay, Earth is measured flat then? Yes?
No, it's not.
Oh, so you don't get elevation angle measurements to create the celestial sphere, the very topic we're talking about that I'm answering in regards to Earth being measured flat to create the celestial sphere. You deny the flat Earth measurements required to create it. A minute ago, it was okay. And yet, then your question that seems to take precedent and the interruption that's coming afterwards before a pause for breath is also going to take precedent.
Let me respond.
No, I still haven't taken breath, and yet this wanker, Glurf, is interrupting me.
Okay,
what
hold on, dude.
a shock. Maybe this dickhead will need explaining why he needs a fucking mute button to shut him up. No, you stupid spaz.
Run away.
No, shut him up. Moderators, I've got to appeal to him, because now I'm having to do the same thing that Alpha Veritas did. What, shout down an opponent that's using his fucking mute button on me? No, wanker. I'm not mentally handicapped. Detailing the answer to your stupid globe-tard question, aren't I? And how am I doing it? With fucking interruptions from a cunt. Yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah. So we've had to have a moderator step in. Maybe this is a reason to justify how I didn't win. After I explain the elevation angles, okay, you say? Yeah, given that you've said okay, that's not a yes or no. When we get to the point that Earth's measured flat with those elevation angles to create the celestial sphere that your globe is dependent on. So, is it okay that we measure Earth flat, sir, 2nd time's a charm? Seems to be a protracted silence. It's just me, right? I ask a very direct question about what he affirmed with the words okay. And after the protracted silence, he then starts talking through me. Is it okay that we measure Earth flat then, sir? You said okay.
All right, are you done?
Is it okay that's non-responsive, asking me if I'm done when there's a clear, protracted silence after a very direct question that I'm now having to reiterate with him just talking while I'm talking? Because he only wants to talk while I'm talking. Non-responsive, asking me if I'm done during a silence when you're talking and I'm not, is a stupid question from a globe-believing dickhead that clearly doesn't understand simple communication. Yeah, I'm fucking done, you stupid dickhead. When I asked you if it was okay
so
that we measure Earth flat.
Whoa. All right. So a hemisphere is half of.
That's non-responsive. Shut this asshole down. He doesn't know how to communicate.
Hey,
Yeah,
hold on.
wanker, you're going to get muted because you're a dickhead. You're not answering me. You said okay and then tried to brush past it with a new question that you're trying to attempt to ask a second time. What a wanker. No, it's not just okay that Earth's measured flat. It's the end of the fucking argument. Not new question about how hemispheres work. No, we measured Earth flat to create that hemisphere that your globe's dependent on. And when you just affirm with a tacit, okay, let's move on with a new question, it doesn't get stressed that Earth's been measured flat and you're accepting that fact with an okay. Let's move on. Yeah, this is where we have to shut you wankers down and mute you, don't we? Because you're desperate to interrupt me pointing out that the okay I got was Earth is measured flat. So, okay, we can stop talking to you now. Once we get you to acknowledge that fact without a tacit, okay, let's ask something new, like that doesn't matter. It matters. Earth's measured flat. You absolutely, without question, require it to be so. We're not just going to move on with you interrupting me. We're going to get you, the fundamentalist, globe-believing dickhead seeking cope here, to acknowledge that fact about Earth's measurements that you want to discuss when it comes to the dome. The dome itself is just a calculation based on angle measurements from Earth, proving we are on a flat plane. That's how we friggin' measure it and create your stupid globe belief.
So where does the other half of the dome?
Why isn't he acknowledging? Third time. It's okay that we measure Earth flat, sir.
Acknowledge that you turned a sphere.
No, I'm not going to do a damn thing, sir. I'm in charge. You will acknowledge Earth's measured flat. We were having a conversation. You accepted it with okay, but that wasn't good enough. And I won't be moving a smegging inch until you... just the chanting, Asa, just the chanting through the middle of it. Me re-attempting to get you to affirm that which you just said okay to. Was it okay that Earth's measured flat, sir? There's that silence! You're going to ask me if it's your turn to talk, you shit for brains, globe believer? Maybe talk through me after the silence, yeah? Maybe ask me if it's your turn to talk or if I'm done. I'm still talking, he's still talking while I'm talking after a silence.
For no reason.
Yeah, there was a silence and now an asshole talking through me. I picked up the reins, there was a long silence, and this asshole's now only talking while I'm talking. The winner that has to mute arsehole globe believers seeking cope when they can't fucking talk during a silence. They have to talk while I'm talking. No, dickhead. I asked you for the fourth time if it was okay, end quote, you, that we measure Earth flat for you to then move on with a different subject. Is that okay that we measure Earth flat? If so, it's the end of the frigging conversation.
You know the difference between a sphere and
I don't need a question. I need an affirmation. You said it was okay. It's okay we measure Earth flat, right?
It doesn't measure flat.
Oh, does it not? What's an elevation angle? Define it.
An elevation angle is not.
Sorry, no. We're making the celestial sphere we're discussing with elevation angle measurements with respect to a plane to create this dome we're talking about.
An elevation angle.
Why is someone else talking? Why am I getting rumpus and talk through? Why am I getting talk through? Why I leave plenty of silences. I'm not muting this asshole talking through him. I'm talking. He's talking while I'm talking. No, we do measure elevation angle measurements to create this perspective view called a dome, which gets turned into an antipodal sandwiched view called the celestial sphere. It's based on measurements of Earth. They are elevation angles to the stars. That is a fact. Now we're going to define what that is, because you say, okay, and then suddenly, no, we're not measuring Earth when we create this calculated dome. Yeah, we do measure Earth with elevation angles. Now we're going to define them. Not you yammer through me winning with the mute button. You understand, sir? We're going to define elevation angles, something that was okay a minute ago when we were measuring Earth flat with them. Can you define an elevation angle for me, sir? Hopefully before the question comes, if he talks. If he talks before the question comes again. If he talks again before the question's concluded, he won't have to answer it. I'll try again without the interruption. Can you define an elevation angle, sir?
Yeah, it's the angle difference between a level plane, like horizontal plane.
Now, where's this definition from? Can you post it so we can check that what you're citing is correct?
Oh, you posted it enough. A bunch of people posted
Sorry,
it.
is this a cited definition, or are you just making this up?
Oh, that's really what an elevation angle is.
Sorry, is it a... That doesn't answer me, does it? This lying glurf
Calm
dickhead
down,
seems to
dude.
be...
Your blood pressure
You
must
don't
be
need to interrupt and chant. That was non-responsive. That didn't
I'm
answer
worried
if it
for
was a...
your health. You
It
sound
keep
horrible.
chanting and it will mean you're not losing. Mute me. Keep muting me, bitch. You're going to keep muting
I
me,
don't
bitch?
have the ability to
Yeah,
mute
this isn't
you.
a citation. This guy's a liar. He's just making shit up. Doesn't matter how many fucking times he yammers through me, muting me like a glurf bitch seeking coke.
Yeah, the
He
horizontal
won't be
plane that you
defining an
represent when you take
elevation
an
angle.
elevation
He'll be
angle
talking
is
through me, muting
created
me.
by a leveling
Maybe
instrument.
moaning
It's not
about how
good.
he has to be fucking muted. I'm still talking. The one in charge telling you to define an elevation angle, and then that being preceded by you making shit up on the spot that isn't a cited definition. I've got 20, sir. I don't need you to make it up. Now, do you want to try again defining that which is proving Earth's measured flat to create this system we're talking about? That'll be the celestial sphere that the globe's dependent on. That'll be the flat Earth measurements of elevation angles we're going to be defining. Do you want to have another go, you little liar that makes stuff up on the spot?
Yeah, if I cite the horizon, that's not a horizontal plane. My
So I
line of
asked
sight
him
is
to
not a
define an
horizontal
elevation
plane.
angle, not the horizon. This is non-responsive and non
Well,
sequitur.
you're claiming
This
that if I
idiot
cite
is
the horizon, that's my
non-responsive. I'll
horizontal
try
plane.
again. Without him interrupting me, objecting to him not responding for a third time when I asked him to define an elevation angle. He made stuff up about an elevation angle, now he's talking about the horizon.
It's
Bitch!
the angular
You're
difference
losing,
between
bitch!
star,
You're losing, bitch.
angular difference
Tell me
between
where
the
you
star
got this citation.
and a
Don't just
horizontal
yammer
plane
through me.
established
It's
by
not
a
going to make
by a
you
leveling
win.
instrument.
Yammering through me, hammering this point home is not going to make you win, sir.
Yeah, you make it that way. Why don't you stop
Oh,
talking?
do you want to appeal to the mute button for 5
Elevation
minutes?
angle between a
I'll go
horizontal
on
plane of
mute.
reference
You
creates a
appeal to
leveling
the mute
instrument.
button for a fit. Go on. I'll go on mute. You appeal to how you've been shut down. Go on.
Yeah, go on mute. Relax your blood pressure. The elevation angle is a horizontal. First, you establish a horizontal plane of reference.
This is not a
which the
definition.
surface of the
Shut
Earth.
up.
You need a leveling
No, I
instrument.
asked for a definition. Telling me after I've told
You
you,
need
I'll
a
shut up
leveling
while
instrument
you
to
appeal to the
acquire-
mute button. Can you shut this guy up? Because this is not where this is going to go. He hasn't won.
Stop
No,
talking,
you're
dude.
not making stuff up about an elevation angle. Define it, cite it, post it. We'll have a look at it. I've got 20 if all we've got from you is you making it up off the top of your head. Second time I've said it.
I thought you were going to go on mute and relax.
No, we're going to get a definition of an elevation angle, or you're going to appeal to how you're being shut down
The
with my
angular
mute button
difference
while you
between a
talk through
horizontal
me.
plane of
While
reference
you
and the height of
talk
the
through
star.
me to attempt to obfuscate this question
Because you're
that
not
you've made stuff
listening.
up about twice, you're going to appeal to the mute button, tell me to mute while you yammer through me, having ignored the definition that you haven't cited and keep making stuff up about. Now, I've said I'll go on mute
I've
while you
told you what an
appeal,
elevation
while
angle is,
you
like,
appeal to how you're being shut down by me. No, you're not. You're yammering through me when you fail repeatedly to define that which you've disagreed with. The point that up until about 5 minutes ago was, quote, okay, but now is suddenly contentious. But when it comes to defining this
elevation angle
contentious
is not
point,
measuring the
I
ground,
get
measuring the
talked
height of the
through.
star.
I get talked through and muted. These bitches need to moan at Alpha Veritas for having to stop this, but he's still muting me, isn't he? No, we're still at the point where I've asked him 4 times to define an elevation angle, not just make shit up off the top of his head. Now, I've got 20, and I've told him that 4 times. Now, are we going to tolerate this arsehole liar making shit up off the top of his head about horizons, or is he going to cite it? If not, I will cite how an elevation angle measurement is defined so we can clear up whether or not Earth's measured flat to create your globe. That's what we're doing.
It's the angular difference between a horizontal plane and the height of the star.
So we'll
That's
need a
not
horizontal plane then. Earth will be measured flat as that horizontal
Yeah,
plane
horizontal
for this.
plane is created by
Excuse
a
me, is it
leveling
just me,
instrument.
or
The
is my
ground is not
victory
a
dance being
horizontal plane.
obfuscated? Is it just me, or
The
is
ground is not a
is it
horizontal
just
plane.
me, or do I have to appeal to the moderators because I'm being muted in my victory like Alpha Veritas? Is it just me? It seems like when I win and the actual cited definition comes referencing how we'll measure, is it just me, or I'm getting multiple mute buttons used on me? I'll just summarise my attempt to summarise this win about Earth being measured flat as a horizontal plane as defined by my opponent. So it is okay to measure Earth flat for this then. We got there in the end with lots of muting from wankers, didn't we? Lots of fundamentalist religious zealotry trying to obfuscate this truth and fact about what's okay when we measure Earth as a plane for these angles to create the celestial sphere that the globe will be based on. So we start by measuring Earth flat, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, that's correct. This is my victory. There's a lot of zealots that need to shut this down. And if I even attempt to stop them doing it, I'll be called as the heinous instigator of the mute button. No, I'm just winning, bitches. Earth's measured flat and you all fucking know it. Like that guy knew it. Okay, right? So now after lots of obfuscation, sir, can you concede, like I was attempting with lots of attempts to get away from it, that it's okay, end quote you, to measure Earth flat, like defined by you, to create the celestial sphere? We'll be measuring Earth flat for that, won't we, sir? Do you want to ask me if I'm done, you dumb shit? I'll ask again in the protracted silence. Maybe you'll start yammering through the top of me. Is it okay, end quote, you, to measure Earth as a flat plane, end quote, as per the citation, and you reading it? Is that okay to measure Earth flat, sir? I don't seem to be getting an answer.
It's not a horizontal plane.
So why are we measuring it as such to get these elevation angles to create the celestial sphere? Is it just me? Is it just he's answering I'm not before the questions come? Is this going to be a long, drawn-out process where you deny elevation angle measurement? Yeah, we absolutely measure elevation angles to create the celestial sphere. You stupid, idiot, globe-believing numpty.
So where does the other half
Why
of
are
the
you
sphere
asking
go
me
on a
something?
flat?
You just told me no. Is it you disagree, I accept your disagreement in spite of the fact that we've had a protracted period of you trying to obfuscate the fact you said was okay, and then you defined as such? It was okay, defined as a level plane, but no. Let's move on to a new question. No.
Maybe you don't know
No,
how
maybe the
physics work.
interruption will change the fact that you tried to dodge this fact with a new question. It's okay then. We will be measuring Earth flat. You just disagreed after defining it, you stupid numpty.
Except Earth is topographical, so it's not flat.
Sorry, when we measure elevation angles with respect to a what again? What are we measuring to create this celestial
A
sphere?
leveling
Is it just me, or is my question being interrupted by a guy seeking cope? No, it's okay, sir. I don't need my constant interruptions.
Take a deep
Mute button
breath and
isn't
shut up
necessary.
for a
I
second.
still haven't taken breath than this guy seeking cope because he knows he's on a ball that's made with flat Earth measurements. That'll be elevation angles
I
that
wanna see
create
how
the
red
celestial
your
sphere.
face is.
Maybe
You
if
take
you
a-
interrupt incessantly, you can appeal to the mute button when one of the moderators shuts you down and stops you doing this. Zealot! I'm still talking, you stupid monkey. What is your malfunction? Do you think
Is
it's
he
your
on
time to
something?
talk while I'm taking a shit on your globe faith by pointing out how Earth is measured flat to create your globe faith? Do you think that needs a non-stop stream of interruptions to the point where you piss me off so much that someone mutes you and then you can go,
Don't do
they
drugs,
only won by muting me? It wasn't the flat plane necessitated in my globe faith that was measured as per the definition that I simply cannot concede to, will rumpus and say no to. It's by this long process of getting you to define terms that make it explicitly clear Earth's measured flat. Yeah, so that is the end of the conversation. We measure Earth flat. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes, and if you
But you
believe in a
don't.
globe, it's not just me summarising my victory, it's this dickhead's time to talk after that long silence, of course. No, the time to talk was in the
Show me
silence,
where
you
Earth
stupid
measures
shithead.
flat.
Yo, shithead. The time to talk was in that silence after my conclusion. You didn't take the opportunity, you were dumbfounded, now you're talking while I'm
Show me
talking.
the measurement.
Requiring a mute button that you wankers think that makes it your victory when we shut your stupid ass up for doing it? No, there was a silence for you to talk in, sir.
Why
You didn't
can't
take
you
the
reference the
opportunity, you're
measurement?
still doing it with your mute button now. Like, we need to hear you while I'm talking. No, we don't. No, we don't. We need to hear how Earth's measured flat. It's a necessity for you to believe in a globe. And when I point that out, there's long protracted silences, followed by interruptions and me re-summarising our victory here. Dickheads that think appealing to a mute button that they are using is going to somehow win them the day. when they have to be muted because they can't shut up. Why can't they shut up? Because someone like me is telling them Earth's measured flat. And they can't cope with it. So mute button time.
Yeah. If I look at the horizon, how do I know that my line of sight is a horizontal plane?
You can't have a horizon on a globe. You need a flat
pretty
plane
weird.
for a horizon. Define horizon.
Where the sky meets the ground.
Okay? And that's useful in practical terms for what?
Well, your leveling instrument creates the horizontal plane.
Yeah, so all horizontals are parallel with the horizon?
No.
No?
Nope.
Oh, just a hand wave of all parallels are planes that are parallel with the horizon. That's not true according to you.
If you really want to take an elevation angle to a star, you're going to establish a horizontal plane of reference,
Yes.
which is going to be created by a leveling instrument, not the surface of the
Welcome to
topographical
Flat
Earth,
Earth.
which is clearly
welcome
not
to
a
Flat Earth.
horizontal
I'm
plane.
responding to you. Welcome to Flat Earth. Yeah, we will measure a horizontal plane of reference. Yeah, we will measure Earth
No, you
flat.
won't.
Yeah, we will be leveling things. Yeah, there
It
is
won't
no
be the Earth. It'll
Is it
be
just
from a
me,
leveling
or am I
instrument.
responding? And while I'm responding, he's
I don't
carrying
care
on.
anymore, dude. I'm
Is it
gonna
just
try
me?
to speak through you because you keep talking.
No, you paused. I responded. You made a statement. I responded. Is it just me, or is it you need your statements to come out unimpeded, as in nobody challenges them? They came out. I heard what you said. You're defying the principles that a horizon's used for. The axiomatic principle of a horizon, with things being parallel with it, planes, the ones we're measuring, you defined it. Now you're denying it. It's pathetic.
Yeah, the horizontal plane of reference to establish an elevation angle is not the surface of the ground. You could take an altitude angle and reference zenith.
Right, altitude
nothing
means
to do
how
with the ground.
high you are off the surface, you stupid dickhead. You think altitude's got nothing to do with the ground? Are you demented? I think maybe... Were you
An
the one that
altitude
accused me of
angle.
having... Is it just me, or
You
am I
don't know what an
talking while he's
altitude
talking?
angle is?
No, it's definitely his interruption. I was accused of having a mental inefficiency. Is it just me, or is this dickhead
I can reference
mentally
a vertical
retarded?
plane.
Is it
and
just
get
me, or is he projecting his own mental ineptitude onto me? It seems to be the case, because he's constantly interrupting whenever I've got something to say. Hello, dickhead. I put something to you. Altitude. Yeah, that's with respect to the ground that you say it's got nothing to do with, you stupid, demented,
I said
mental...
altitude
I'm
angle.
still talking, dickhead. I'm berating you for your stupidity. Now, we all heard you say I need committing, but in reality, you're saying altitude, what, the height of stuff off the fucking ground, has nothing to do with the ground, you stupid, globe-believing dickhead. You seem mental. Your altitude of stuff is how fucking high it is off the ground, you stupid spastic. I'm done talking to
An
you.
altitude
Given that
angle is
I
the
haven't
measure
finished
of
talking
vertical
and you're still
plane.
talking while I'm talking, I haven't fucking
You don't know what
finished.
an altitude
I
angle
haven't finished, retard, that says altitude's got nothing to do with the ground, fucking retard. Shut up. You aren't worthy of my time, you fucking spastic. Telling me that altitude's got nothing to do with the ground. Elevation, that's how fucking high things are, off the ground, has nothing to do with the ground. You're a spastic. Now fuck off, you stupid globe-believing retard. I'm done talking to you, fuckwit. Altitude's got nothing to do with the ground. What kind of fucking retard are you? Yeah, it's got everything to do with the ground when we measure elevation angles. Altitudes have got stuff to do with the ground. You're just a fucking globe-believing retard. He thinks that, what, how high stuff is, it's got nothing to do with the ground? How high off what? Spastic brain? No, we're measuring Earth flat, but all you can do is squirm and say stupid shit like you just did. Chanting through me like you got a fucking right to be talking while I'm talking. You stupid spastic that thinks heights of stuff, altitudes of stuff, elevations of stuff has got nothing to do with the ground. You're a retard. A globe-believing spastic being told off by me, a flat earther. Finally unimpeded, he's finally been put in his fucking place with his own stupid spastic words about heights and altitude angles not having anything to do with the fucking ground. Why? Because it's measured flat. So in a globe-believing dickhead's brain, when Earth's measured flat, it can't have anything to do with the ground. In spite of this whole fucking discussion being about the principle that we measure Earth with angles to create a celestial sphere that the globe can be created from. That's how we measure Earth to create your stupid globe model. But you're more than willing to deny the measurement that creates your system, that creates your globe, has anything to do with measuring the ground. Idiot! My name's Nathan Oakley. I'm the one berating you and chastising you for being stupid, as you just demonstrated. I'm the one chastising all of you idiots in this server for telling flat earthers off for winning because they have to shut your dumbasses up when you can't stop interrupting, because you want to hear the sound of your own voice telling a flat earther, that's me, that altitude angle's got nothing to do with the ground. Do you feel stupid? Not rhetorical, you may respond.
Well, he got server muted, but I think he meant to say co-altitude.
Nobody asked you what you thought he meant to say. He can be taken off fucking server mute and he can answer me. Do you feel stupid, shit for brains, retard? Elevation, altitude angles, nothing to do with the ground. Dumb believing wanker who kept interrupting me. Do you feel stupid? I'm telling you off for it.
It's a vertical plane of reference when you get.
Do you feel stupid's the question, retard?
I'm just making sure you know what an altitude.
I understand that altitude angle, elevation angle, and heights of stuff when measured will be with respect to a surface.
You're referencing a vertical plane.
You stupid man that's definitely, inexplicably stupid. You said it had nothing to do with the ground. That makes you retarded.
Yeah, I don't have to reference the ground.
What, for altitudes of things? Yeah, now you can put him back on mute. This stupid spastic reiterating the dumb fuckery that made me berate him. Nothing to do with the ground, you say, you stupid retard. Now the White Knight, who was stepping in to tell me that it needed interpretation. No, that stupid wanker thinks that elevations and altitude angles have got nothing to do with the ground, making him retarded. Don't need some interpretation about what you thought he was saying. He said it again, didn't he? Yeah, because he's dumb. Good, that shut down the White Knight, so I can make my conclusion unimpeded.
Me?
Earth is measured flat. We need to measure Earth flat to create the systems that the ball's based on. Hope that's clear for anybody who has a misapprehension about how their ball came to fruition, because some dickhead glurf who kept interrupting suggested that elevation angles... Elevation? What's that? Like height of stuff, how high things are above other things, what the surface in this case, that they've got nothing to do with the ground. No, he was just a spastic. Just so we're clear, Earth's measured flat. It's a shame it took such effort on my part, dealing with a self-righteous spastic on the globe side who felt the need to interrupt this, obfuscate this, ask stupid questions like whether I'm done in silences, interrupt the reiteration of points that he couldn't concede, get definitions after he made stuff up. You've got to lie to be a globe believer. You've got to make shit up when it defies how Earth is measured. That's what's just happened here. It's a terrible shame that I should be put to such imposition, made to feel so frustrated by a spastic globe-believing wanker who doesn't know a fucking thing about how Earth's measured and will fundamentally deny the base premise of measurements of Earth when it comes to Earth being measured flat to create his globe. Why do we have to endure that? Why did I have to endure that? Why did Jedi and Alpha Veritas have to endure that shit from you assholes? Can you answer me that, please, globe-believing assholes? Why do we have to endure that type of shit? It's not rhetorical, you bunch of White Knight interrupting asshole glurf scum. Why did I have to endure that shit from that spastic? Answer me.
Because you came out your mom's pussy.
So that's what we got? From another glurf scumbag? Because I was born? No, it's because we challenge your zealotry.
Your face is as red as when you smack your baby.
Yeah, that's what we get. Get accused of child abuse.
Your baby smacker.
Crude
Smack your baby
remarks from White Knight fuckwits. You, sir, are a spastic.
You commit acts of violence on your child.
No, I do not. Remove this asshole.
Yep, baby smack.
Remove him. That's what you've got. In the face of me detailing at great efforts, with a wanker interrupting me constantly, how Earth's measured flat with his own citations from his own lips. Yeah? What I get is called a child abuser. Told I've come out my mum's pussy. That's your rebuttal, is it, wankers? You're all fucking retards. Make no mistake about what's happening here. You're spastics. Cuckold spastics. Cucking to a globe that you haven't got a fucking clue how it even works. Any more accusations of child abuse in the face of the flat earth measurements? Feel free, you bunch of cowards. My question on the table was, why did I have to endure that shit as well? We'll add that to the list. Not only being talked through constantly and shouted down with lies and made up citations and defiance of the actual measurements as per real citations, I've got to be accused of what? Coming out my mum's pussy? Yeah, that's pretty much true. Being a child abuser? No, that's definitely not true. And being constantly interrupted. Why have I got to endure this shit from you spastics? Simply because you're ignorant of how the globe works.
Hey, good morning, Nate.
Morning.
Did you just call it a globe?
I said, you spastics don't know how your globe works. It's created with flat earth elevation angle measurements that I've just taken great efforts to explain to you bunch of idiots. And what I got in return was interrupted, chanted through and lied to. Citations were made up and measurements were denied. And then I was called a child abuser. And I'm asking, third time, why I'd have to put up with that shit. Why? Sorry, it's not, it's way past, you guys muted
this?
me. Oh, sorry. Protracted silence wasn't your opportunity to talk.
How do you explain this?
Because you're all wankers that have a religion in a globe and are indoctrinated into that religion, and anything that challenges it needs the most egregious behaviour to be exhibited in defence of your indefensible globe created with flat earth measurements. So we get treated by shit because you're fundy zealots.
What's this? What's this thing?
I don't know what's this means.
Like on the stream, what's this?
What's this?
What's this about?
In our chat, you dummy. We told you that already.
I don't know what he's talking about.
He's just shown a picture. He's just shown a picture of a globe. That's all it is.
Really? Is there a black, just out of interest to the guy, Freedom Man? I'm trying to have a conversation with you, Freedom Man. We'll see how we get on. I'll reset. Nice to meet you, Freedom Man. And my name's Nathan Oakley. How you doing?
Oh, hi, I'm also a Nathan.
Oh, how
are you doing?
coincidental. Fantastic. I'll call you Freedom Man just for the ease of confusion.
Oh, thank you.
No worries.
Okay.
So your globe picture, does it have a black area around the globe?
Yeah, it's
it's
floating in space.
Space, like a vacuum?
I guess so.
So there's like pictures of clouds on it and that, right?
Yeah.
Do you tend to find that high pressure gas... Just try that again, hopefully without the interruption. Do you tend to find that gas doesn't fill areas of volume? Like you can have a high pressure gas next to a vacuum without it dispersing? Is that something that you're acquainted with in general life?
No.
No, what your picture represents is something called a second law of thermodynamics violation. The gas on that globe that you didn't take the picture of and isn't a real picture, it comes from a fake place, violates a law of nature. The gas would fill the vacuum. There's nothing containing the gas in that picture, is there?
Like the gas wouldn't be able to like stay in the atmosphere?
No, it's a... just try that once more. I'll say it slower for you, Freedom Man. It violates the second law of thermodynamics. Entropic dispersion. Gas fills space. It's a law of nature. And a violation of that law is a representation you've given us in the form of that picture with clouds, representative of the high pressure gas, not filling a 10 to the minus 17 torr sky vacuum represented by the black area. So that picture is bullshit. I hope you understand, Freedom Man.
So why did they make this?
Could you just affirm that you understand that that law of nature's violated in your picture before you ask me something, please?
I don't know. I'm not like a lab coat.
Okay. Have you ever farted?
Yes, sir.
Did the fart form a sphere shape, or did it disperse throughout the available volume?
Oh, look, I'm not really like a science person.
It's not a complicated lab coat question, Nathan. It's not a complicated question, Nathan. Did your fart form a sphere shape, or did it disperse throughout the house, letting everybody know how stinky and dirty you are? Which one?
Well, I don't really know if it's either or. I mean, it could.
Well, then you're stupid. Then why are you having this conversation with us? You have no place at this table if you don't know what happens when you fart. It spreads out and fills the volume. That's what gases do in all
instances. Why can't you just like walk
I'm still
me through
talking, Nathan. You don't need to interrupt me while I'm pointing out something you didn't understand. You can shut your fucking mouth. Yeah, you don't need to be a fucking lab coat to understand that gas fills space when I example it with a frickin' fart. I am without question certain that you've experienced that at least once, sir. Now, if you're going to say, oh, no, I don't know whether or not it formed a frickin' sphere in front of me or spread out throughout the house, eventually dissipating, I don't really know, well, then why the fuck are you talking to us, you stupid spastic?
But I'm trying to learn about, like, the flat Earth.
Oh, right, well, I'm telling you, gas fills space. It's a law of fucking nature. It's the third time I've told you. Your law of nature violating picture is bunk.
Gas.
So could you acknowledge that before we move on to other stupid shit you want to talk about? Yeah, your space picture's fake. Gas fills space, it violates the law of nature. I've told you 5 times.
Why?
I don't need your interruption, Freedom Man. I don't need this. Wanker behaviour from a cunt. Yo, wanker. Wanker, I'm not done talking. I've asked you 4 times. You keep asking me questions in response. Like a complete wanker. I'm going to try a 5th time, Nathan. Pay attention. Do you now understand, like the fart, that gas fills space, making your picture fake?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know that gas fills space? Bit too much to cope with? Sit down and shut up. Go on mute. Go on mute.
I guess it does.
You're getting told to do something, Nathan. Nathan, you're getting told to do something. Go on mute. You no longer have a place in this discussion. You're just too stupid. So
Why
sit
not?
down.
Why not?
Shut the fuck up.
Really rude.
Shut up.
Really
Shut up, you stupid dickhead. You're too fucking stupid to take part in this conversation, so you've been server muted by the mods, because you're a fucking retard. Okay? You can't comprehend gas filling space when I example it with a fart. Fuck off. Go and listen to some globe-believing numpty like Simon Dan bullshit to you. You're too stupid to be here. For a moment, you felt cocky sending that picture, Freedom Man. I'm in no doubt. Look, what's this then? What's this picture of a globe from space then? Sorry, why were you posting that? For cope? What, did you think we would all suddenly bow down and worship at the altar of heliocentrism because you posted a fucking picture and then couldn't shut your mouth when failing to understand how gas fills space? It's not a difficult concept to wrap your head around. Everybody here can comprehend that. Except that Nathan guy who's stupid. Like, really slow. I don't really understand. Even with an example with a fart spreading out, it's really hard to get my head around this. Gas spilling space. I don't really understand. All right, like, fuck off, retard. Any other fuckwit retards need to ask questions about sky vacuum-based globes? After I've detailed how that globe mathematics was created with flat Earth measurements? Feel free. I'm going to round out on that note so I can start a slightly less sweary show. So with that, I'll say a huge, massive, enormous thank you to Eli. Do you want to say Eli? Hello, Eli, just so you have actually taken part in this stream. Go on, Eli. Do it for Nathan. Let me down totally.
Hey, hello.
Yay, see?
Good morning.
Yeah, wicked. A massive thank you to today's G+. and Politics Discord panel for making today's, I don't know what I'll call this, show possible. I'll see you all in the next video.